Hey there, 7th grade band students. This is Mr. Anderson again. I just wanted to go over the video for class time. And parents, if you're getting this video, you're welcome to check it out. I'm going to be doing our band announcements like this sometimes, where I send a video to students, and that can save us some time during rehearsal. So, one of the things we went over, I want you to make sure you stay on top of here is hashtag UAEL, which stands for Unity, Artistry, Excellence, and Legacy. You can ask your students about that if you are curious. We talked about it quite a bit. It's a big deal in Eden Prairie bands. Speaking of Eden Prairie bands, we've got Prairie Colors coming up on Saturday. It's at noon. All the great marching bands from around the state come to one of the best shows that there is. It's Prairie Colors. It's hosted by our own marching band. It's over at the high school, and we will talk about this later, but you can, it will benefit you to go. Not necessarily for your grade, but there will be some activities that we'll do um, about going to concerts and going to public performances. So go check it out. It's on Saturday. It's a huge deal. It gets better and better as the night goes on. And I think Eden Prairie performs last, and that's usually late at night, like 8 or 9 o'clock at night. So you may want to check it out on the Band Parents Organization website and definitely get over there. That's a really big thing. It's the first one of the year. Students, so today is Music Theory Thursday. Next week we have 3 days of band, Make the Grade Monday, Web Rhythm Wednesday, and Funky Friday. Now, we've been talking about this book, Sound Innovations for Concert Band. That's this one. Ignore this string orchestra version. That's important. And you'll see up in the top right corner, barely, that it says B-flat clarinet and violin for that one. You want to make sure you get the right instrument. So, for example, percussion, get the version called combined percussion. There is a mallet version, there's a snare drum and bass drum version, but we're going to be using the one called combined percussion. That's the cheapest way to get both snare drum, bass drum, timpani, and mallets. The rest of you get the one that is your book for your instrument. Flutes get the flute book, clarinets get the clarinet book. If you play bass clarinet, you can get that one, etc., etc. If you have any questions about that, let me know. This is going to be a great addition this year. This book, we're switching books. So, percussionists, make sure you bring your sticks and mallets in a stick bag each day. We talked about that, and you can start selling your bell kits. You're not going to need those anymore. They are for beginning percussion, and so sell those kits and put that money towards a drum set, a snare drum, or a xylophone. There'll be more information about that coming out soon, but just start that conversation as a family. One more thing, baritones, French horns, and tubas, you'll be bringing your mouthpiece, your valve oil, and a rag, and you can put that in a pouch. A lot of people have a zippered pouch that goes with their binder or inside the pouch in their binder. That would be a great solution to bringing that stuff. If you have an old red book, feel free to bring that in. We can donate that to the elementary kids who might need a scholarship. Bring them on in. Just some another item of business here, everybody in band. I want you to know that we're going to be opening up new pieces of music today, and I want you to open those up and send them to Notability or open them within Notability and save them in a special folder within Notability called Band. All right, that's just a standard um, thing that we're all going to do so then we all know exactly where all our stuff is. We're going to be putting a lot of music in there, so get organized. Quick tip number one is to put your cases inside your cubby during band. You can imagine the fire hazard we would have if everybody left their instrument case out on the floor. So when you're done putting your instrument together, throw that thing back on the shelf. All right? That's your quick tip. The quote of the day is, "The future depends on what we do in the present." So true. The joke of the day, stop, you're under arrest. Get it? Here's some pictures of bad posture and then good posture. You can see here bad posture and then good posture. Most of these have to do with the angle of the horn. Well, let's start from the bottom. Your feet should be planted flat on the ground. The instrument should be suspended in the air by your hands using your muscles and your bones in your body, not by propping them on the chair or anything like that. That gives us the widest possible arrangement for our upper body so we can get the deepest breath possible. Again, here she's not doing what she should be. She's propped that instrument on the chair. It should be out in front, full lung capacity. Same thing here. If you have an instrument that can be set on the floor or on the chair, those are kind of the worst things that can happen. Here's a kid who's all over the place. Crooked neck strap is too long, instruments posted on the chair there, and his feet are crossed underneath the chair. But here's a better demonstration of how it should look. All right, same thing goes for bigger instruments like bari sax. I'm going to cruise through these, but you can see that we don't want to prop the instruments. We kind of want to cradle them and hold them up with a full, tall posture, as tall as we can be. Right here you can see he's crushing his lungs with his arms. Arms and elbows should be out away from the body on trumpet. Trumpet, curve your fingers and place your pinky on top of that hook. Yeah, you can hold the instrument with that hook, but not when you're playing. You should put it on top. Stick your thumb in between the two valves and get a curved finger shape. That's a good idea, almost like you're holding a baseball. Trombones, here you go. Bad posture, good posture. Up tall, angling that horn up, and full lung capacity. That's going to give us a chance to make the best tone with lots of airflow. Baritones and tubas, we get stuck by setting that thing on the chair, and it's a lot better if you can hold it up, cradle the instrument. Snare drums and mallets, make sure it's at the right height. If it's too low, you're not going to be able to lift the stick back, and you can see how his thumb now, it has to be on the side of the instrument to get the side of the stick to get the right angle, and that's just not going to turn into a good stroke. Here's a better example of grip, drum height, and posture. He's got his chin up. He's looking at the band director, ready to play. The chairs that we have are posture chairs. They're from the Wenger Corporation. They're great chairs. They're pretty universal. In fact, here's a picture of my wife. When she was in college, they asked her to model for these chairs. And she's sitting on the front edge of the chair, and she's got a full, tall posture that we are going to be talking about on Thursday. So, yeah, it's true. I married a model. Anyway, here's one item of business we're going to do. Everybody take out your planner right now and write down this information. If you want to do this ahead of time, that's what this video is for. These are our learning targets and essential questions from the first day of school. And here are the targets for the second day of school. And I want to go over those with you in class, but I'm going to skip them right now. Day 2, this is our agenda, and we can go over all of that in class. Parents, I'm going to send links with this video on email to students and parents. And I want you to click on that next link, which is the band's information survey. That survey has some other links within it that'll lead you to percussion forms, low brass forms, and the book order form if you'd like to buy a book through the school, although it also gives directions of where you can order the book online or download it on ebooks. All right, hopefully that didn't get too boring. Have a great night. We'll see you guys in school tomorrow, and we'll watch this video. And good luck with all those surveys. Please fill those out as soon as you can. Thanks a lot.